say, oh, wait. Guys, sorry. Welcome. It's your boy MarkN. Don't forget to smash the like button, guys. You know, tell me if you hear me better. Hopefully the mic is working better now than it was working before. Of course, you know, your boy had a birthday, football time. You know what I mean? Shout out to Frankie in the building. Big up to you guys coming in. And let's get into it, guys. It's going to be an interesting one. Of course, you know, Manchester United take on West Ham. What's going on? Everyone wants to know who's going to win, who's going to walk away with the victory. Of course, Man United has no excuses. We're at home. We need to get 3 points, and West Ham stand in our way. What are we going to do? What is the manager going to do? What type of Manchester United team are we going to see on that day? That comes out firing to do a job, to get the job done? Or is it going to be a team that's probably going to struggle to win the game? What are your thoughts? You know, that's the big question, guys, because at the end of the day, we all want to win. But of course, Manchester United, we have not been performing at our very best in the last couple of weeks. So let's go. You know, who wins the midfield battle, guys? What are your thoughts? You know, of course, you know, Casemiro as well as Bruno. And of course, they'll be going up against West Ham duo, the captain, and of course, Paqueta. It's going to be an interesting one. Who controls the tempo? I would give it to Manchester United. Casemiro has been in very good form. Of course, he had a poor performance in the last game, but it does not take away from how good he's been in the first 12 games. He's been very critical to Manchester United's defensive situation and ball progression in the midfield. And of course, we expect more from him going forward. As of course, you know, he is the guy. You know what I mean? So let's also check out what the manager had to say. And then we could further dissect, because, you know, the major issue is the midfield. But of course, there's going to be other issues that pop up. And of course, you guys all have your thoughts. Let's hear what the manager's thoughts are. Who's going to be available for the game. Of course, more pertinent. Let me just share this for you guys right here. And this is the part one, guys. You know, I would have done it, but, you know, they released it too late, so I couldn't do both parts at the same time. So let's go with the manager's press conference. Let me know if you're here, guys.
BBC has done an investigation around social media posts on a specific weekend, the game against Tottenham. I think, given the extreme reactions that you get to defeat and victory at this club and every other club, it's not surprised to know that managers, Premier League managers, women's managers, get a lot of this abuse. Could you just explain from your perspective how you deal with that and what that feels like, and how you think about dealing with that in terms of your family as well?
First of all, nowadays is normal in any profession. When you are exposed like we are exposed, it's harder. But I don't read it. I'm not fake it. I don't read it. I protect myself. Everything that I don't even, they are talking about Manchester, not because I don't agree. Most of the times I agree with a lot of things that you say, guys. But it's a way of me being healthy. Because it's enough when we lose, when we draw, when I know that we play bad, my feeling as a coach is enough. I don't need another feelings about around the club. So for me, the only way, there is no other way. The only way is protect myself. Of course, I lose money in sponsors, in Instagram. I could win a lot of money, but for me, the quality of life, the protection of my family, the way I can live a normal life, because I guarantee you I live a normal life, is not worth it. Some more dollars or pounds. is not worth it. So I protect myself, and no one can be tougher than me when we lose and when we lose when we don't play well. So it's normal nowadays. It's really normal to have that abuse. So that's, for me, it's the only way to survive in this world.
I presume he's fit for tomorrow. And what's the rest of the squad looking like?
We have 2 doubts for the game. I will not tell you today because we'll change the way we are going to approach. Let's see if they can play tomorrow. But the rest of the squad is good. Mateus is back, but I have 2 players that maybe they cannot play. Harry Maguire is still out. And Sesko, yes.
Just on Mateus, obviously this was a frustrating setback. What have you made of his start, and how many more levels has he got to go?
I think he has more levels to go. He's in a different club, different pressure, but I think he coped with that really well. He was struggling because he was not scoring, and because of social media abuse, he was thinking too much about the numbers, but the influence that he has in the team is so important for us. But I think Cunha has so much to grow defensively and offensively.
Hi, Ruben.
Interesting what he's saying there.
On Sunday. Just wondered, first of all, how is he? But then also saw Mason Mount after the game comfort him a little bit. So what does that also say about the culture and maybe how close the group are becoming?
It's really important. Of course, I also spoke with him because he thinks too much. He makes some mistakes in the game and then he struggles because he's too young and he wants to do everything so well. And he's growing. He's growing in one moment that everyone here is growing with games, with setbacks. So it's not easy for him as a young guy. Of course, he cannot give that to the people the way he came to the bench. So he understands that, but he was really frustrated. On the good side, he shows that he cares, and he was knowing that it was not the best game, but he did some things well, and I show him that also. So he's fit and ready for the next challenge.
I know we've asked you a few times about Shea Lacey, and it seems like he could be getting closer potentially to a Manchester United. How do you prepare young players for matches and stuff?
First of all, trying to explain we have so many doubts when you are playing. That will help the kids to play. Then is to work the physicality, to understand that when he's training with us, give him time with us to understand that the speed of the pressure, the moment to have the ball, to pass the ball is completely different if you compare to under 21. So that is the only way that I know how to prepare a kid to play for a club, especially for this club. So we will have to go there to have the chance. I don't know when, but he's ready to play.
Oh, interesting.
Ruben, the next challenge
is he ready
West
to place
Ham,
as the manager?
and Nuno has recently gone in there. What have you made of what he's done and the changes he's made, and what kind of...
Sorry about that, guys. Of course, I don't know what's happening there. Apparently,
a manager.
Slowed down a bit.
We know that he's going to be tough. He's really smart preparing the games, understanding the environment of the game, who has more responsibility. All these things around the game is really good on that. But I expect I'm just more focused. Of course, the preparation is about the opponent, but I'm really focused on what we need to do, what we need to improve, especially if you look at our first half against Crystal Palace. So it's going to be a tough match.
Can I ask you about Diogo, his role in the team this season?
Amorim versus Nuno. Who's going to get it tactically right?
What's he bringing to you?
Who's going to win? Who's going to lose?
I think he can do a lot of things like other players better. I think when you see a very good game of Diogo he can show that he has the quality, and sometimes it drops a little bit. But if you look at our team, everyone is a little bit like that. It's really powerful. He's good on set pieces, and you have to understand that in this league is really important. He can play both sides. It depends on what you want, the system that you are going to face, and to have that ability of playing both sides, changing position during the game, that can help you also to think about the squad for the league. So it's one player. He's international, always playing for national league. So it's a very important player for us, but he needs to improve like any other player.
Well, everyone needs to improve. That's natural and normal. I feel like it's not something that's new to anyone. And of course, everyone in the chat, you know, we all have our differences and disagreements on Diego Dallo. Some people think he deserves to go. Some people think maybe he can improve. He's been here long enough, in my opinion. I'm like, if he moves on, he moves on. I don't know about you guys, but that's just what I'm thinking. And to be honest, I feel like the whole team is in a flux. And if players are sold and new players come in, we already been in a rebuild. You know what I mean? As long as they perform for Manchester United, that's what we're looking for. And when we listen to the manager, he says he doesn't have some players available. So it's going to be interesting. Is Umbremo going to be our engine tomorrow? Of course, we're going to need him on his best against a team like, you know, I mean, it's not the best. West Ham has not been in their best shape, but they have been getting some results. They've done some good things under their new manager, Nuno Espirito Santo. So we need to be careful. There's no way that Man United can take this game not seriously. We're at home. We already lost one at home to Everton the week before, and it's not nice. Yes, we did win last weekend, but we need another win. We need another. We need that 3 points, and West Ham stand in our way. And of course, guys, we are not here to play funds. We're here to get onto the top of the table. And when you hear stories coming out where players are dreaming about possibly winning the league, they need to show us performances to give us the credit, to believe that's their intention. If you know what I'm saying, guys, it's not me asking too much from the players. I just think they all need to perform. At the end of the day, you know, you and I, we sit down, we watch these games, we watch their performances, good, bad, lackluster. We're there. And of course, we would love them to win the league. They need to show it with their performances. Hopefully the manager gets it right with his tactical change, as he says that we'll be doing something slightly different for this game. And, you know, normally when he does that, we don't usually win, but we're at home in front of the Old Trafford faithful under lights, 8 p.m. UK live kickoff. Of course, right here, you're going to get the live watch. MarkN MUFC fan, join me. Don't forget to smash a like and subscribe as well. If you're new, make sure you turn on the notification bell so you can let YouTube know that you're interested in the content, guys. You know what I'm saying? So let's get in from the goalkeepers. Lamens versus Areola. Who makes the big saves? Currently on statistics, it's been Lamens so far. His short stint this season coming in after game week 5, and he has been a mainstay ever since with his performances. His shot accuracy and stopping has been very, very good. It puts him second only to other goalkeepers in the league that, you know, does not include Areola. So it's going to be very interesting to see. We have a very solid pair of hands in between the sticks for a long time. We've been missing that, guys. And of course, you know, say what you will, but by in there, he's a number 2. He's not a number 1. You know what I'm saying? So now in with the out with the old, in with the new. Let's move forward as we try to build this team going forward. But we need performances. Amorim certainly needs to get some results to get more of the fans and as well as players on his side. Of course, some players did not have the best performances, and we do have injuries. Sesko is still out. No Maguire. So what are we going to do? Cunha has been in training, but it's not guaranteed that he will start, as the manager is still saying that he's still a doubt without saying so. But when you see the performance of Mason Mount, maybe, just maybe, that 11 that started last week on Sunday might just be the 11 to win us the game on Thursday. You know what I'm saying, guys? It's going to be interesting, and hopefully we get a performance from the lads that we can be happy about, we can be proud about, we can celebrate, because 3 points is keeping us afloat. And it's very, very close, this table. And if you look at the results that have been happening, we're not too far off. Sure, we're only on 21 points. But if we win tonight, 24 points, it keeps us within top 6. And we're going into Christmas, guys. And Manchester United is one of those teams that usually performs during into the Christmas break. And of course, teams that are on top of the table that seemingly impossible to catch, they usually drop points around this time, guys. It's nothing new. They face Brentford tonight. But according to us, that's not our concern. Our concern is the match ahead of us, the game in front of us, guys. We should not be concerning ourselves with unimportant things, especially other teams and their performances. We are where we are. They are where they are. And of course, we will get to where we need to be. And that should be our main focus in each and everything that we're doing, guys, because realistically, it's not looking good for them. Hold on 1 second. Where is the view gone? So, guys, let me bring up the table, because it's going to get very interesting. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this. This is currently the league table, guys. And if you look at it right now, you can see Man United, we're sitting in 7th place, 21 points, 1 point separating us from Aston Villa, who's in 5th and 4th. I mean, Brighton in 5th and Sunderland, and then Aston Villa. A win tonight takes us to 24 points. Yes, we will be tied on points with Chelsea and Aston Villa, who are playing tonight, of course. It might not be for long, but it keeps pace, guys. Sunderland also plays. Liverpool also plays. Everton also plays. And if their results favor Manchester United, maybe we secure the 5th spot above Brighton and Hove Albion at the end of today's play. But what that means, we need to get 3 points, guys. And then we can take things from there. Of course, lots of people will be saying that's a bit of a dream and a bit of a stretch. But we have been seeing some good performances. And of course, we're not going to not acknowledge the danger men that United need to be looking at with Bowen and Somerville. And these are players who I think can hurt United. And we need to be careful and pay close attention to what they're doing, not let them get in stride, because then it will be difficult for Mandem. So it's going to be interesting. And another question that we should be considering, our main man, our main creator, Bruno Fernandes from deep. Will he be the one to keep us ticking? Will he be the one to unlock this low block? It gets interesting, folks. It gets very interesting. And of course, the only thing we can say and hope is that it goes in our favor. United have not been performing in the way that we have been expecting for a long time. And of course, we will be expecting results to favor us. That's just how it's going to go for a while, guys. As much as we would not like this, this is just the way things are currently with Manchester United. This is the state of affairs. And of course, hopefully it's not going to be that way for a long time. And hopefully the performances improve drastically. But of course, right now, it is what it is. And our current defensive spine is under pressure. De Ligt, Luke Shaw, with the return of Alessandro Martinez, it will be very interesting to see what happens on the left side. Of course, no one is expecting him to come in and automatically replace Luke Shaw. Who knows? He could be playing left wing back. You never know. Under this manager, he has played there before. He came in the left centre back spot, but we know he's just returning from almost a year out on injury. So he will not be pushed to the limit right now, but you may see that position open up for Lisandro Martinez until the January window opens. Of course, we know Manchester United's heavy interested in Semenyo. There's also heavy interest in Stiller. And of course, there are talks being opened with Joao Gomez of Wolves. It could get even more interesting as there are other players of interest to Manchester United. We will have to see how that works. But of course, stay tuned because transfer stream comes tomorrow. Of course, you're going to get that mid-afternoon before the live watch, of course, right here on MarkN MUFCFAN channel. Guys, it's going to be an interesting thing. Should United press high or sit compact? In my honest opinion, I would say to you guys, we need to play our way. We are at home. We are not supposed to sit back. We are the home team, and we are the big team. We should play like one. Of course, West Ham are no flip overs, but we should definitely be getting at least 3 points. I also expect a 3-4-1 win, quite like Frankie. We'll see how it goes. But tomorrow, be here or be square. We'll be here for the West Hammers. Shout out to you guys tuning in. It's been your boy MarkN MUFCFAN. Don't forget to smash a like and subscribe. And definitely, if you're new, hit that subscription button and hit that notification bell, guys. I'll catch you later.